Hello everyone and welcome to Mr.MoFranchise. It's week 15 as we near the end of the season. Jacksonville will be traveling to take on the Oakland Raiders. Rolling to see how long I will be playing this week. I rolled an 18, so I will be playing a 9-minute quarter game. And then to see which quarter we will begin in, I rolled a 2, so we will be starting in the second quarter. The effect of winning or losing against Oakland, I rolled a 6, and this is an away game, so this will add 10 or subtract 10 to my fan approval. As far as scouting goes for week 15, pretty standard results we've had for the last several weeks. I rolled 11 successes, so I will be unlocking 11 boxes this week for my scouting. And for the week 15 random event, it says simulation game plan. This week's game is going to be simulated. During the week, as the head coach, you decide to spend more time with one of your coordinators to prepare for the simulation. Select either the offensive or defensive coordinator. Simulate the game. If you win the game, the selected coordinator increases by 1 level. Example, if you had a B, it'd go to a B+. If you lose the game, the selected coordinator decreases by 1 level. Well, I looked at my coordinators, and my defensive coordinator is a B+, and I like that rating. My offensive coordinator, Mendoza, is a C, so I chose to go with Mendoza. And let's face it, our defense has played a lot better than our offense. So I have decided to select my C-rated offensive coordinator, and they will receive my focus in this simulated game. So, one thing I'd like to show you this week is the re-signing of Larry Warford. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done this. We've just been working on the salary, and we finally got Larry Warford signed for 3 more years. That was a good signing since our line is so bad. And then I wanted to re-sign Matthew McCrane for a year, only because he's done a nice job, but maybe I could get a better than a 66 kicker later on. But he certainly has done a serviceable job this year. He's been clutch, so we re-signed him for 1 more year. So here we're going to go to Oakland to take on the Raiders, who are favored by about 2 touchdowns. We've got both teams not very good. Neither team probably going to make the playoffs this year. We're certainly not going to. Don't think Oakland is going to either. So here we are. We have Jacksonville at Oakland in a simulated game. What I'm going to do for the first couple of quarters is I'm going to just have it do the fast simulation. So I'm not going to be reading off the plays. And then in the fourth quarter, I'm going to be reading off what happens play by play. At the end of the first quarter, it's a defensive struggle. Not surprising to anybody that's been a Jaguars fan this year. We are trailing 3-0. And as we go through the second quarter, we see that the Jags get on the board, and we have a 7-3 lead. And at the end of the half, Oakland kicks another field goal, and we are up by 1 point, 7-6, which I'm very pleased with, having a lead, no matter what the lead may be. 1 point, 10 points. Here we see another field goal for us, and then we give up a score to the Raiders, and so we enter the fourth quarter down by 3. At this point in the game, I'm going to switch it to normal speed and announce at a normal speed the plays, since we are in the fourth quarter and it's clutch time. 4-yard rush there by Gardner Minshew is going to make it 3rd and 4 for us. And then we get a 14-yard pass to Colin Johnson, who's having a solid game. And another pass to Colin Johnson for 25 yards. And we're on the drive. 1st and goal, pass to Josh Oliver. And then a touchdown run by Divine Ozigbo. And that gives us the 17-13 lead with under 8 minutes to play in the game. The Raiders get a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. 8-yard pass to Henry Ruggs. Then a 6-yard run by Josh Jacobs gives them a 1st down. Another pass back to Ruggs for a nice chunk of 8 yards. And then Josh Jacobs for a 1st down run. And then a 9-yard pass to Darren Waugh. And then a penalty against David Bryant gives the Raiders a 1st down. 3-yard scramble there by Derek Carr makes it 2nd and 7. Carr throws it away to make it 3rd and 7. And then the Raiders get a holding call on Rodney Hudson, which is going to make it very tough for them. So they are going to turn the ball over to Jacksonville, who's going to have a run there to make it 3rd and 7. And a big pass there to C.J. Board is going to give the Jaguars a 1st down. But then a fumble recovered by the Raiders, and the Raiders are in business now as they're on the Jaguars side of the field. A 24-yard pass there to Bowden gives them another 15-yard pass to Bowden, gives them a good scoring opportunity. Carr sacked here to give it 2nd and 14. Another sack to Derek Carr. And then a rush, probably was a draw play there to set up a field goal. And the Raiders make it with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to play. The field goal cuts it to a 1-point game. Can the Jaguars run out the clock? They're going passing right away, but then a lineman, Ben Barch, is injured, which is going to stop the clock. A 6-yard run there by Ozigbo. Minshew throwing with 2:22 to play. That's a surprising call. 3-yard rush by Days. It's going to make it 3rd and 7. And it looks like the Jags are going to punt here. No, they're going to... There's the punt. And the Raiders have it. A field goal will win. Incomplete pass there makes it 2nd and 10. Derek Carr with another incomplete pass. Another incomplete pass. Good job by the secondary for the Jaguars here. And that's going to force a turnover. And the Jaguars should run the ball. But they're passing on 1st down. Unknowns to me why they're passing there. And they're passing again. Run out the clock, Jaguars. What are you doing? They kicked the field goal to go by 4. Trying to give me a heart attack here. So the Raiders will have it down by 4 with 1 minute to 3 to go. And a good pass to start out. And a huge pass there to Josh Jacobs with 39 seconds left. That's a pass drop with 32 seconds to go. Incomplete pass there. Can the Jaguars hold on? Jacobs down to the 10-yard line, but that's going to be the end of the game. The Jaguars hold on to win 20-16. Their first 2-game winning streak under Coach Mo. Back-to-back wins. Josh Allen, the player of the game. He had 8 tackles and 4 sacks. What a game, a monster game for Josh Allen. And the Jaguars meet their goal that they told the general manager. They said we'd probably win no more than 4. They win so far exactly 4 games with 1 more to play, so we could actually surpass our goal of 4 wins. Looking at the stats after the game, here's one that's the most important. 2 takeaways for the Raiders, 0 for the Jaguars, and yet even with the 2 turnovers, we were able to hold on to the victory, 20-16. Great win for the Jaguars to pick up their 4th win of the season. Carr's in disbelief. He cannot believe they lost a home game to the Jaguars, a team that most people understand are in rebuild mode. He's going to have to shake that off. Let's look at the stats after the game. Gardner Minshew had one of his better games of the year, maybe because I wasn't throwing with him, but he went 295 yards of offense with 1 touchdown and no interceptions. Nice game there by Gardner Minshew II. Is that an outlier, or does that just show when I'm not controlling him what happens? Devine Ozigbo, you'll notice, gets the bulk of the carries, 21 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. You might be wondering, why did Raquel Armstead not get any carries or only 1 carry this game? You're going to find that out in the postgame. He had an injury that we will get to. Johnson had a huge monster game out of the slot for the Jaguars. He had 7 catches for 102 yards and a touchdown. A great game there for Colin Johnson, who, as a rookie, is definitely solidifying his role as the slot receiver. Oliver once again chips in 6 catches for 67 yards, and Days threw in 52 yards on 3 catches. Chark Jr. also had 3 catches for 37 yards, and Board had that 1 big catch. He has 2 receptions for 28 yards. On defense, Quarterman tied for the lead in tackles with 10 total tackles and half of a sack, but clearly the all-star defender of the game was Josh Allen, who had 10 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 4.5 sacks. What a beast of a game for the rookie, and both rookies actually. The 2 rookies, Quarterman and Allen, had a total of 20 sacks in the day and 5 total sacks. Great job by the Jaguar defense there, and those 2 rookies who are definitely showing they are here to play. A great win for the Jaguars, as they will go to 4-11 on the season with 1 more game to play. 4-10 on the season with 2 more games to play. So we have 2 games to have eclipse our 4-win guess. As far as upgrades, I wanted to show you some of the players that went up, some of the more important ones. The recently signed Larry Warford, he is going to go up a point in pass protection, and that's going to give him a nice little bump. Let's take a look at what he's able to accomplish here. A point for Larry Warford, and that's going to give him a +3 in pass block finesse, which does bump him up a point overall. And then the aforementioned Josh Allen, who had those 4 sacks, he's going to bump a point in run stopper, and that's going to bump him up to a 78 overall. What I like here is the +1 tackle and the +1 strength. That's huge for the superstar. Clavion Chason, he's going to move up a point in run stopper to 68. He's going to stay at 73 overall. What I like about his upgrade is the +1 block shed and the +2 play recognition. Those were significant upgrades for him. And the recently signed Matthew McCrane, who signed a 1-year addition to his contract. I'm going to put a point into his power. And what's great about Matthew McCrane's upgrade here is he's going to go up in 3 areas. He's going to get a +1 awareness and a +1 in accuracy and power. That was a great boost for Matthew McCrane. We talked about the injury to Ryquell Armstead. He dislocated his knee for 6 weeks. And that is a huge loss for the Jaguars. And so what I decided to do with Ryquell Armstead's injury is I decided to go ahead and place him on the IR since his injury's for 6 weeks and we have no opportunity to make the playoffs. There's only 2 games left in the season. I decided to place him on the IR. Now the rules that I have is I'm not able to go out and just get any free agent because of the way that I've got the rules set up, because I'm trying to keep us from having like super teams. And so under my league, what I do is I can go out to free agency and I can grab the worst rated halfback that the game has. And the first thing I did was I looked at my practice squad and I noticed I didn't have any halfbacks on the practice squad. So at that moment, I'm able to go out to free agency, but I have to get the worst rated player in free agency. So as you'll see here, I go out to free agency, I sort the halfbacks. Sure, would it be nice to go out and grab J.J.? Yeah, of course it would be, but that's not how I roll in this franchise. So I sort it by the worst players, and that player is Rochelle Shell, the back from West Virginia, 53 overall. So I'm going to sign that young man. And moving on to the impact that the win had on my head coach, this was worth a +10 to the fan approval. So the fans went from a 35 to a 45. And if you remember, this also had the random event of the simulation game plan. Mendoza, my offensive coordinator, went from a C to a C+ rating after the win. So that's good news for the team all around. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Hit that like button and tell a friend. Jacksonville's on a 2-game winning streak. We have just a couple more games left in the season before we start the draft. If we keep winning, we may not be able to get Trevor Lawrence. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.